So I always try to stray away from talking about relationships. However, I just feel like social media or just life reverts me back to talking about relationships. Um, there is this story on social media about this man who unalived his girlfriend on Facebook Live. So the story goes, they first of all, they had a hella toxic relationship, and it had been going on for some years, including the fact that she met him because she was a corrections officer and he was an inmate. So Imma just let that sit there. Anyway, their toxic relationship end up being displayed on a Facebook Live where they are in the same house and the dude is live, the girl is live. For whatever reason, things got to a certain point where he ended up unaliving her, and which is unfortunate for both families. However, I think it's important for us to understand when or learn when things just are not for us ladies. Seriously. Starting off, I'm not saying that if you have been incarcerated that you don't deserve a chance of love. Like we all deserve that, right? But you were in a position to where that was a conflict of interest for you even dating him. So you compromised number 1, right? Compromise number 1. That should have never been someone that you were looking at on a romantic level. So you know that going forward, your whole relationship is gonna be based off compromise. And a lot of times, I think as women, we feel like we have to get someone to a place where, "Oh, I'm gonna help them. Nobody else helped them in life." Some to be honest, realize when that's not your journey, that's not your story to help someone in that manner. There's nothing wrong with coming to someone's aid, but at the cost of your livelihood, at the cost of your self-respect, your dignity, like, absolutely not. There were moments in this live because I told myself, I said, "I'm not gonna watch this. I'm not gonna watch this mess." But it's all on TikTok, it's all on my Instagram, so I was sucked in. There are moments on this live where the girl had said, "I contacted girls that he was talking to, and, I talked to them, and I'm asking them why he's with her or she's with him." Like, at what point is that, like, not that's too much. That's a lot of back and forth for you to be in a quote unquote committed relationship at any level. I don't care if you're 13, 14, 15, or 25, 30, 45, a grown person. It's too much if y'all are supposed to be committed. Anytime that you have to compromise your values to continue to stay in a situation with somebody, male or female, it's too much. The cost is way too much for you. It's okay for you to say, "You know what? This is not for me." And it doesn't have to come after someone beats the heck out of you, or someone drains your bank account, or someone gives you an STD. You can make those moves before that. You will eventually find somebody that you don't have to go through hell with in order to be in a relationship. She even mentioned on the live that that was her house. He didn't put anything down on the house. Like like, you are compromising on so many levels. And I think it's time for people in general to understand your self-worth, understand when someone is not pouring into you. There will be times in a relationship where you're pouring into one party, the other party is pouring into you, and it's not gonna always be 50-50 or, like, equal at a certain time, but come on. Like, come on. And a lot of times, your family members will see it, but they like, these are just the woes of relationships. No, 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 it's not. No, it is not. Like, you learn better. Once you learn, you should do better. If you are in the age of like, let me see, maybe like 15 to 25, right? That's like a sweet spot, like golden age. In any type of relationship that you're in, I don't care what nobody say. You consider yourself first, right? I'm not saying just be selfish in life in general, but ask yourself, am I getting what I want? Am I getting what I want? You really have to look at the situation, being selfish in that aspect. And if the answer is no, another thing, I guess this would be like 1.A, 1.B. Am I giving what I want, right? Because a relationship is about give and take. But are you getting what you want? Are you giving what you want? If those two things you're like, no, I'm doing way more than I feel like I want to. I'm not getting what I need, right? You may need to hang this relationship up. It's so sad that this young lady, I don't even think she was 30, passed because of this relationship. She was seeing different people, he was seeing different people. What is the point in being together if this would be the end result? With all that being said, with all that being said, just make sure that you are evaluating what is important to you. What are your values? Are you receiving? Are you getting what you want in a relationship? And if you are not, or if you have not, a therapist may be somebody that you need to see. You may need to go sit in a circle with somebody and kind of figure out if you are moving on the right path. Like, we all don't make the best decisions all the time. Well, none of us do. But take into account is it how am I selecting people? How am I choosing these close partners in my life? Why am I not getting what I want? I'm going to continue this conversation at a later date. There's a lot that I want to say about this, but that situation really rubbed me the wrong way. I had to talk about it because I think a lot of women go through it, just not necessarily on that level. If y'all have anything to say, some additional comments or concerns or just questions or even additional topics that you would love for me to talk about, please make sure that you are subscribing and liking the podcast anywhere that podcasts are streamed. That's Apple Podcasts. That's Apple Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and on YouTube. And on YouTube. If you have any questions, again, make sure that you are going to the social media for Girl Uprising. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And if you are not on social media, you're just like, that's not my thing. You can always send me an email at girluprising2020@gmail.com. And I will try my best to get over to you. Thank you.